Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something lots of you might be facing. The computer-based IELTS general training writing tasks.
That's right. We're aiming to give you a really clear, quick guide.
Yeah, think of this as getting you up to speed fast so you feel, prepared and confident about what to expect.
Exactly. We're covering both Task 1, the letter, and Task 2, the essay, specifically in the computer format, using all the latest info we have.
Our mission today, basically clarity, structure, key features, timing, scoring, the whole package.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so task 1 first, letter writing. Seems simple enough on a computer, but what are the specifics for IELTS?
Well, the core idea is the same. You get a situation, you write a letter. Could be formal, semi-formal, or informal.
Right, like asking a company for info. That'd be formal.
Yep. Or maybe complaining to your landlord about, say, a broken heater. That's more semi-formal. Or, inviting a friend to a party, totally informal. The main thing is reading the prompt carefully to see who you're writing to.
Gotcha. And the practical stuff. Word count. Time. Is it different on the computer?
Still got to write at least 150 words, and the suggested time is still around 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But the big plus with the computer version, the word count is right there on screen. It updates as you type.
Oh, nice. That takes away the guesswork, doesn't it?
Totally. No more trying to count lines or estimate.
What about the tone formal, informal? Does typing change that?
Nope, not at all. The rules are exactly the same. Match the style to the recipient. Formal for strangers, semi-formal for bosses or landlords, informal for mates.
Good. One less thing to worry about. And you don't need addresses, right?
Correct. No need to type out addresses. Saves a bit of time.
So what skills are they really testing with this letter task?
It's about organizing your letter logically, using the right register, that formal and informal thing, clearly asking for or giving info, expressing needs or opinions based on the scenario.
And the main scoring point is?
Task achievement.
Yeah.
Basically, did your letter actually do what the question asked? Did it achieve its purpose?
Okay, clear enough. Let's move to task 2 then. The essay. This usually feels like the bigger challenge for people.
It often is, yeah. Again, the basic task hasn't changed. You write an essay giving your point of view on some statement or question.
And you need reasons and examples.
Absolutely. You have to support your ideas.
Yeah.
But here's a tip. For general training, draw examples from, like, general world knowledge or common experiences, not necessarily super personal stories.
Right. Keep it a bit broader. What about word count and time here?
At least 250 words for task 2, and the suggested time is about 40 minutes.
Okay, double the time, almost double the words.
Pretty much. And again, that on-screen word counter is your friend. Helps you track progress.
Can you give us an example of a really essay topic, like what might come up?
Sure. You might get something like, should children learn to cook at a young age? Agree or disagree? Or maybe, what are the advantages and disadvantages of online shopping? Stuff like that.
Everyday topics, but needing a structured argument. What style should we aim for?
Definitely semi-formal or neutral. It's an essay, so avoid slang or being too chatty. Think clear, organized, slightly academic, but accessible.
And the skills tested are more about argumentation.
Yeah, exactly. Can you build a clear, relevant argument? Can you back it up with evidence or examples? Is your language accurate? Can you handle slightly more complex ideas? That's what task response, the main scoring point here, is looking at.
Okay, so we understand the 2 tasks. Now, the computer element itself. What are the standout features people need to know?
Well, obviously you're typing. Keyboard skills matter. We mentioned the automatic word count and the timer on screen, super useful. And editing is way easier. Delete, copy, paste. It's much cleaner than scribbling on paper.
Sounds mostly positive. Any downsides or things to watch out for?
Yes, and this is huge. There is NO spell check. No grammar check either.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's critical.
Absolutely. You are 100% responsible for your own proofreading. Also, navigating between tasks is simple, just clicking, but you still need to be strict with your own time management.
All right, let's talk timing then. 60 minutes total. How should people realistically split that?
Yeah, 60 minutes for both. How you split it is technically up to you, but that 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes for task 2 suggestion, it's a good starting point.
Because task 2 is worth more.
Exactly. Task 2 counts for twice as much in the final writing score, so you really want to make sure you give it enough attention.
And there's no break between them. You just finish task 1 and go straight into task 2.
Correct. It's one continuous 60-minute block. So you need to be focused and manage that clock wisely from the get-go. Some people even aim for slightly less than 20 on task 1, just to be safe for task 2.
Interesting strategy.
And maybe circle back to task 1 if there's time left at the very end.
Okay, let's talk scoring. How does the computer test get marked? Same way as paper.
Yep, exactly the same criteria. 4 things, equally weighted within each task, though task 2 itself has more weight overall.
And those are? Remind us quickly.
Sure. First, task achievement for task 1 or task response for task 2, basically. Did you answer the question properly? Second, coherence and cohesion. How well does it flow? Is it logical? Do you use linking words effectively?
Okay.
Third, lexical resource. That's your vocabulary. Range, accuracy, appropriateness.
Right.
And fourth, grammatical range and accuracy. Using different sentence structures correctly, avoiding grammar mistakes.
And these relate to the band scores, like band 7, band 6.
Precisely. The band descriptors spell out what level of performance in each of those 4 areas gets you which score. Like a band 7 letter probably has a clear purpose and is well organized.
Whereas a band 6 might be okay, but maybe drift off topic a bit, or the linking isn't smooth.
Exactly. Same for the essay. Band 7 usually means a clear argument, well-supported points. Band 6 might have decent ideas, but maybe they're not fully developed, or the conclusion is a bit weak.
That helps picture it. So zooming out again, computer versus paper. What are the big wins and maybe the tricky bits of going digital?
Well, the wins. Typing can be faster for many people. That word count and timer are really helpful guides. Editing is much less messy. And obviously, no worries about messy handwriting.
Definitely a plus for some of us. What about the challenges?
You need to be comfortable typing for a solid hour. That lack of spell check and grammar check is a big one, demands careful proofreading and planning. You don't have scrap paper, so you might need to adapt how you outline your ideas, maybe type a quick plan first.
So based on all that, what are your top practical tips for success?
Okay, number 1, time management. Practice with a timer, stick to those 20-40 splits roughly. Number 2, plan. Spend a few minutes, like 3-5 for task 1, maybe 5 for task 2, outlining before you write, just jotting down key points.
Okay, resist just diving straight in.
Absolutely. Then, for writing, task 1, be direct, answer the prompt. Task 2, build clear paragraphs for your arguments. And finally, proofread. Always leave like 3 to 5 minutes at the end just to read through and catch errors.
That proofreading stage seems extra vital without spell check.
It really is. You'd be surprised what little mistakes you spot with fresh eyes.
Any specific computer skills to brush up on?
Yeah, typing speed helps. Aiming for, say, 30, 40 words per minute accurately is a good goal. Practice proper typing technique if you can. It helps speed and endurance.
Makes sense.
And maybe learn a few basic keyboard shortcuts. Ctrl plus C for copy, Ctrl plus V for paste, Ctrl plus Z to undo mistakes. They can save precious seconds.
That's good tips.
And just be mindful, constantly mindful of spelling and punctuation as you type.
If you could give just one core piece of advice.
Practice. But specifically, practice using computer-based mock tests. Get used to the screen, the typing, the timer, the whole digital environment.
Right. Simulate the real thing as much as possible.
Exactly. It builds familiarity, helps with timing, improves your typing fluency under pressure, and just boosts your overall confidence. Lots of prep materials offer these timed digital tests now.
Okay, that's super helpful. So, quick recap. We've looked at task 1 and task 2 on the computer, the timing, the key digital features like the word count and lack of spell check, the scoring, pros and cons, and some solid tips focusing on planning, timing, proofreading, and practice.
That sums it up well. Understanding the format, knowing what's expected, managing your time, and practicing in that digital space, that's really the pathway to feeling ready for it.
Definitely encourage everyone listening to check out those practice tests.
For sure.
All right, before we wrap up, here's something to think about. We see more and more exams and even work tasks moving online. How might getting really comfortable with these digital writing skills now actually give you an edge well beyond just passing the IELTS?
That's a great point. It's a valuable skill set in general.
Something to consider. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.